It's the holiday season, which means malls will be extra busy as everyone scrambles to find the perfect gift for their loved ones. For some, that may include budgeting and waiting for sales in order to be able to afford all these gifts. But for celebrities who have millions to their name, Christmas gifts are expensive. Hello everyone, I'm Melanie with Inform Overload, and today we are going to be talking about 10 celebrities who spend millions for Christmas. Before we begin, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's jump straight into it. And for at number 10, we have George Clooney. This actor did something incredible for Christmas back in 2013. He of course is very successful, and he often credits his closest friends for helping him get to where he is today. So he decided to pay them all back, and he did so literally. He shared with GQ how in one way or another, his friends would always help him through it all, including letting George sleep on their couches when he was broke, loaned him money, and even helped him when he needed it over the years. He decided to purchase 14 Tumi suitcases, which start at $1,000, and filled them up with $1 million in cash. He told his friends he was hosting a dinner party at his place, and when they got there, he presented them with these suitcases. It is definitely a really sweet gesture, and although money doesn't buy happiness, this definitely will help his friends out, especially in the same way they helped him. And for number 9, we have Chris Brown. We all know this rapper is very controversial for his past actions against women, but he has since welcomed 3 children into the world and keeps that aspect of his life away from the spotlight. In 2015, he gifted his daughter Royalty a Tibetan Mastiff, which is definitely not an ordinary dog because Chris paid $1.5 million for it and had his daughter find it tied to a tree one Christmas morning. However, Chris's dog Hades, which I was unable to find if it was the same dog gifted for Christmas or a different one, let me know if you know, because apparently it was tearing and ripping off chunks of the housekeeper's body according to her lawsuit. She also claims Chris took the dog 600 miles away from the alleged attack to have it euthanized in order to destroy the evidence and flee the scene. Humboldt County records showed they received a call about a stray dog, and the dog was microchipped to a home on Chris Brown's street, but the house number was redacted. The county sheriff identified the dog as Hades, and because it was aggressive and unsuitable for adoption after the owner surrendered it, it was euthanized. It was a sweet gesture for his daughter, which ultimately ended in a terrible situation. Yeah, let's boost the mood up a little bit. For number 8, we have The Rock. We all know The Rock was a former professional wrestler and an actor, and who else would he thank but his own mom? In 2018, he decided to give his mom something extra special for the holidays, and no, it was not made out of 24 karat gold. He gifted his mom a $3.4 million home, and she actually could have made this a lot more expensive for her son. The Rock shared on his Instagram a video of his mom receiving the gift, and in the caption, he also shared why this was so meaningful to him and his mother. He describes how while he was growing up, they lived in little apartments all across the country. The first home his parents ever lived in was one he bought for them in 1999, and 5 years later his parents got divorced, and as life went on, things got complicated. So he decided to give his mom a whole house, as she found out through a card. But he actually told his mom to treat that card like a Willy Wonka golden ticket because she got to choose any home she wanted, anywhere she wanted. She is one extremely lucky mom who clearly raised her son right. It was also extra special because she wanted this to be her last home, because to her, that's her dream. The house has 6 bedrooms and 4.5 bathrooms and over 4,400 square feet of space. I personally love seeing celebrities giving back to their parents, and this is definitely one of my favorites. And for number 7, we have Kanye West. This rapper spoiled his former wife Kim Kardashian while the two were still together. And when you are as rich as they are, what do you give your partner who can buy anything they want? In 2020, Kanye gifted Kim a car, but not just 1 or 2 or even 3, but 5 Mercedes Maybach SUVs. He reportedly spent $200,000 for each car, or $1 million for all of them. Although this was definitely an expensive Christmas gift, the prices of cars usually go down after they are driven. But don't worry, Kanye covered that one too, because in 2017, he gifted Kim stocks from companies like Netflix, Adidas, Disney, Apple, and Amazon. Although it was never fully shared how much Kanye invested, Kim posted to her Instagram story at the time that she was given around 995 Adidas shares and 920 Disney shares, which both would have been valued at $100,000 at the time. And for number 6, we have Tori Spelling. Tori, who is an actress and author, and of course the daughter of famous late director Aaron Spelling and Candy Spelling, she remembered her father would rent a fake snow machine and would fill the entire property with little snowflakes, and she wanted to do the same for her kid. If you know anything about the Spelling family, you would know, their property is huge as their 52,000 square feet mansion sat on top of it. So in 2009, she did the same thing, but it was far from cheap because it apparently cost her father $2 million to turn their property into a winter wonderland. This is something we've seen celebrities like Kim Kardashian do for Christmas because it's not often you see white Christmas in Calabasas. It seems like in recent years, Tori is unable to afford the luxury goods she once could because it's been revealed she owes $1.3 million of tax debt to the IRS, plus $87,000 is owed to her American Express credit card debt, and this is shocking compared to the $600 million net worth her family had, and she was brought up in the family of luxury right away. But after Tori split with her husband of 17 years, who they share 5 kids with, and was photographed this year living with her kids in an RV, which is a big difference from the $165 million mansion she grew up living in. But hopefully she's able to continue to provide for her children, as it's been said she is treating their new living situation as a vacation rather than an actual permanent home. I'm sure she'll be able to still spread the holiday cheer with her kids as they are still family no matter what living situation. And for number 5, we have Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. This former celebrity couple was basically known for their taste in luxury goods, and that definitely does not shy away at Christmas. Unlike others on this list receiving physical gifts, these two instead threw an estimated $1.3 million Christmas party. Yep, you heard me right. If you want to throw your own lavish celebrity Christmas party, you'll just need $1.3 million to do so. In 2018, the two transformed their $60 million property into a winter wonderland. They had a 10,000 light tunnel designed perfectly for photos, which the family was pictured in, and Sofia Richie even got a photo in that light tunnel. Mindy Weiss, who is a celebrity event planner, shared the dining room she helped create, and it was magical. It was inspired by a Whoville magical white Christmas, as dinner was seen to be set up in a huge white tent, fluffy white clouds, white carpet all over the floor, with of course long rows of chairs and long dining tables, which of course had fluffy white Whoville trees, candles, and fluffy table decor. Hopefully they weren't serving spaghetti and meatballs, because one little spill and their entire white theme is ruined. And when you have this much money for one night, of course you have to go all out because they covered their entire property with fake snow. But the cost is not simply getting the snow on the property, but also the removal and installation. Plus the couple even changed their landscape, and according to another event planner who spoke to People, she believes they achieved a hill by chopping up 200 tons of ice to make snow and create the hill where they were seen sledding down. And of course the inside of their home had to match the outside, so they decorated their hallways with fluffy white trees. They hosted around 200 people, which meant food and drinks were served, and even had a sugar artist to create custom lollipops for the kids. And for number 4, we have Mike Tyson. Most gifts can fit under the tree, but this gift definitely is an exception because this boxer spent $2 million for his ex-wife Robin Givens. The $2 million didn't get her a house, a ring, or even a car and luxury accessories, but rather a golden bathtub so she can literally bathe in gold. It was a 24-karat gold tub in attempts to save their marriage, which ultimately did end. And the famous bathtub was then auctioned off in 2013 and sold for half the price Mike paid. This makes Drake's black marble tub seem not as expensive because that rapper's tub was estimated to cost $77,000, which is a lot of money, but when comparing it to Mike's $2 million tub, well, there's no comparison there. And for our number 3 spot, we have David Beckham. This former professional soccer player has been married to Victoria Beckham from the Spice Girls back in 1999 and are still together to this day. Back in 2005, David gifted his wife a bunch of luxury goods, and of course he had to get her purse, which was a $100,000 Himalayan Nilo Crocodile Hermes Birkin bag. It sounds fancy already, but it was actually encrusted with 245 diamonds on its 18-karat gold hardware. I know it's expensive, but still not $1 million expensive. Well, that's because Victoria was being spoiled, as she also received a $500,000 Rolls Royce so she could be seen driving in style. But guess what? We haven't even gotten to her most expensive gift, because she also received a $2.4 million ruby and diamond Boucheron necklace. And for our number 2 spot, we have Justin Bieber. This singer decided to give possibly the most expensive thing on our list, but to himself. In 2014, he took self-care to a whole other level because he bought a private jet. He posted a picture on Instagram of inside the jet with the caption, "Merry Christmas, she's a beauty." Although he didn't disclose the value value of his jet, it definitely looked expensive from the photo because it showed at least 8 white leather seats, a large couch, and even a lounge. TMZ estimated the plane was a G6, which goes from around $60 million, and they believe it cost Justin around this much, give or take a few million. Well, one relationship that you know will never end is your own self-love, so good for him. Treat yourself, king. And for our number 1 spot, we have Angelina Jolie. While this actress was with Brad Pitt, she would allegedly tell some staff how hard it was to buy presents for her husband at the time. And I don't blame her because Brad's net worth is sitting at an estimated amount of $400 million. He is one of the most famous and highest paid actors, so what do you buy a man who can buy it all himself? Well, Angelina decided to buy him a whole waterfall and even planned on building a home over it, which cost her $1.6 million. A source said that Brad actually dreamed of a home with the sounds of waterfalls coming from under the home. He wanted to put all aspects of nature, light, and glass into a whole concept. And because Angelina knew he loved architecture, she thought this was perfect. To be fair, it was his Christmas and birthday gifts combined at the time, so I guess that makes it a little more reasonable. I don't really know because she also did gift him a $1.6 million helicopter before, just because. Well, now that the two are no longer together, I wonder if the lavish gifts goes towards their kids instead. Well, we have made it to the end of our list. I hope no one I'm buying for is watching this because it makes my gifts seem like nothing compared to these celebrities. Well, everything. I want to know what your favorite gift was that you received. Mine was my dog, but it definitely was nowhere near $1 million. And of course, leave all your thoughts down below. Happy holidays, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.